find it tremendously helpful to, I get a better outcome, right? I impact people more positively. We've all, read the Coaching for Strength stuff and totally believe it, right? Like if you can uplift and inspire versus break down, I think you get better results, but for me as a person, I'm happier. I try to step back and see why someone might have that point of view. One of the things that helps me too is if I step back and try to engage intellectually instead of emotionally. So can it be a game, right? Can I, is it a chess game, and do I think about a next move, or do I think about really proactively, I am going to try this strategy here. What I want in my leaders, right, is a steady hand on the helm. I don't need more chaos. I don't need, if my boss is freaked out, I'm not going to be able to be calmer, right? So that sense of how do you rise above it, I guess, is what I try to do. None of us do that all the time. My husband's from the South, and he'll say, if you ain't wrecking, you ain't racing. So that sense of, trying things, I definitely have a bias towards action. I think you make a decision on the best information you have at the time, and then if the outcome isn't what you want, you adjust, right? So, but no, I did I joked about, I did an internet startup and we closed our doors. And if I look back on that, are there things I would have done differently? Yeah, I was a very young, I felt, as a 32-year-old CEO. And, I look back now and think the leadership lessons I've had over my life would have made me a better, I would have made different decisions right then, but part of that all is a learning experience. So I think you adjust as you go forward. There are so many people who, you meet them and they're putting on a persona, or they're unwilling to indicate when they're wrong, or and it. That they're doing that, right? Everyone knows they're doing that. So they're not accomplishing anything with that, right? So that sensibility of just being a real person, and I think what you find then, right, is people are more willing to tell you what's going on in the organization. People are willing to help you be a better person and a better leader because they realize that you want to do that and you're vulnerable and open to it. And I think ultimately the impact you'll make on people is much, much greater. So, to me, those are the leaders who I feel like, you'd lay down on the railroad tracks for. Those are the people who inspire me to follow them.